So a great question is how do we minimize risk? We're in the business of risk. So there's uncertainty and risk. So I have a simple method to really get you to look at risk differently. So the first question I always ask is, will this put me out of business? Whatever decision I'm going to make. And the answer is yes or no. Okay, if not, I can try it. Most people get stuck at, I just can't afford it right now, or these sort of mindsets that are essentially holding you back, right? So, interestingly enough, I've seen companies where they buy something and they sell it and they lose money on it. And they don't even blink an eye. Why? Because they want to move forward. There's a concept called the sunken cost fallacy. And the idea is, well, because I've paid for it, and I'll just keep fixing it, I'll keep repairing it, we'll figure it out, it's already paid for. That's the wrong mindset. If I can take that equipment and turn it into something that produces revenue all the time, so it's a capacity, there's very little risk. Imagine that you're going to start a dealership, a used car dealership. You want to talk about risk? You're buying an unknown quantity and then creating a business around selling used vehicles. Imagine if you took care of your vehicles and you understood every vehicle, it would be so easy to sell that. You're a dealer. So there really isn't any risk. So I think the uncertainty and risk are two different things. I think it's really important for companies to recognize that a lot of the risk is self-imposed. We think it's risky. It's really not that risky. And it's a state of mind, actually. So a great question, again, is, how do I get out of that risk-fear quotient? Well, there's actually 4 reasons that you're going to change. One is because you're in trouble and you have to, so you have no choice. And I'll tell you a funny story about me that's true with respect to that. The second one is because I'm curious, right? So, we have clients that are just curious. They do stuff because they just want to learn stuff, and that's kind of cool. We have others that are inspired. It's like, wow, I saw that person do that. I'm going to copy that. And then we have clients who are the ultimate, who are in the wealthy mindset, and they're like, nah, I'm just going to do it. Why not? Now they're wealthy mindset, they're wealthy financially, they're wealthy in every way. And that's the state where you're literally going to just rock the world. Everything's just going to happen for you beautifully. So the analogy for me is my first big move into making changes was, I was killing myself working 3,000 hours a year. This is 25 years ago, probably making 35,000 a year. Inflation adjusted, it probably doesn't sound as bad as it actually is. But it wasn't great. And we're talking like bent over, cutting concrete all day long, laying bricks bent over. And I said to my business partner, Peter, you know what, this is insane. We can't keep doing this. This is no fun. I said, let's go out of business. Let's actually raise our prices till nobody hires us. Surprise, surprise. We ended up tripling our price, and people still hired us. And it was crazy. So we were so underpriced, it was unbelievable. And we did good work. We just had no idea what our value was. We were always afraid of not having work. Well, I became afraid of working and not having money. So I'm like, I'd rather not work and not have money than work and have no money. And so that was an existential threat. And I just decided, well, we're just going to go for it. And we incrementally raised our prices 20%, 30%, 50%, 100%, 150%. When we went to 180%, the wheels fell off. So we knew what the market cap was on what we could charge. But that's taking risks. And there really was no risk. We had no choice. And for those of you that are not making money, sometimes it's just raising the price. I talked earlier about the least effort for the biggest result. It's called raising your price. Worst thing that happens is you go bankrupt and you do something else. But to do the same thing over and over again and struggle just to hold the business up for no reason doesn't make sense at all.